All right, welcome back to BrainFLoTv. We call Hot Topics TV. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into the story. Man, oh man, oh man. When it rains, it pours. First of all, let me say condolences to the family of this young man who lost his life under suspicious circumstances, which is no doubt murder. However, things got to play out in the court of law. We're about to get into the details, plus we're going to talk about what the streets are saying and what we have heard. So here we have a young man who excelled in school and was also a star college football player. Could have taken it all the way to the pros. He was that good. Life was cut short by his girlfriend, his own girlfriend, and her daddy. Damn. So, from what we're hearing so far, right now as we stand, it's been nearly a week since Trayvon Valerie's death, and he was gunned down in broad daylight, and his family is now working to get his body back to his home state in Mississippi. DeKalb County Police says that the officers were called to the scene around 3 p.m. on February 28th at the Bella Vista Apartments homes in Camellia Lane. Investigators says that there was an argument before both Valerie's girlfriend, 25-year-old Nina Shaw, and her father, 47-year-old Roy Ricas Shaw, fired shots that killed her boyfriend. Investigators says that there was an argument between the couple and something transpired, and she ended up calling her father, and her father shows up to the scene, and guns came out, shots were fired. Valerie is a former high school football star from Gwinnett County who would go on to attend Albany State University, where he also showed out on the field. Valerie's family says, man, he wasn't the type to fight. He wasn't the type to be aggressive for nothing. He wasn't a confrontational kind of person. He was more of a jokester. He would always try to keep people laughing around him, and he would joke his way up out of any situation, before he even got violent or got busy with it. He wasn't about that life. His family says he stayed far away from trouble. Matter of fact, he has no record of ever getting into trouble from grade school days to now. His family says that he was kind-hearted, he was always smiling, he was happy every time you seen him. But also, he used to mask his problems. Like, he wasn't the type to burden everybody else about his problems, so they wouldn't know if he was having problems for real. They could guess, but then he would start joking and, he would let it go. Because he was the kind of person who didn't want to worry his family. Now, sometimes younger people think that they have all the answers and they can fix it themselves. It don't hurt to talk to somebody who has been there, somebody who's older than you, somebody who might have some more experience going down that field. I tell people all the time, whatever you're going through, just know that somebody is going through it the same time you're going through it. If you just open your mouth and speak, you will find out. Somebody close to you will probably say, man, I'm going through the same thing right now. I don't know what to do. Or this is what I'm doing and it's working for me. Then you can also talk to older people who are like, listen, young buck, we done been through that like 3, 4, 5 times. It's nothing new to us. Let me tell you how to handle this, right? But that's the trait of some young people, and that was the trait of Valerie. Valerie's mother says that she met her son's girlfriend and his dad, or her dad. She and his uncle, Valerie's uncle, says that there was no signs of problems in their relationship. The girlfriend came around, she spent some time with them, they chilled. She was always like messing with him, playing in his hair. She would wash his hair, twist his hair. We'd go out together with them. His mama would go out with the girl and him. We'll go out together, bowling dates, whatever. No issues. She added that she never thought that anyone would hurt her son because he never got into trouble and he wasn't the type to go out confronting people. Now, The family is trying to get their loved one's body back to Hollandale, Mississippi, where his family plot is. He's one of them country boys that come from, when you own land, you could bury your family on your land. And they have a family burial plot. And that's where they're trying to get his body back to. And his mama is saying it's proven to be a very expensive process. So they have set up a GoFundMe to help to raise some money to pay for the funeral and transportation of the body back to the state where they can bury him on a family plot. Thing about that is, she said, man, raising all this money and spending all this money trying to finalize everything, the hurtful part is we don't even know why this happened. If we at least had a reason for why this happened, it would be, more justified, not less painful though. So according to the news, it says that a father and daughter couple were arrested for shooting the girl's boyfriend to death during a fight, the family says. Now, according to the news out of the city in which this happened, it says the family of a murder victim said that the father and the daughter teamed up to shoot the woman's boyfriend to death at an apartment complex in Lithonia earlier this week. That's in Georgia. He from Mississippi. Police responded to reports of a man shot to death in an apartment complex on Wednesday. Another man went to the hospital with a gunshot wound. Family has identified the victim as 25-year-old Trayvon Valerie. He was 25, his girlfriend was 25 years old. Another thing, sometimes people are like, go get somebody your own age. I don't know, man. I find the older, younger relationship dynamics work better than this own age stuff, especially when you're so young, you're so volatile, or one of you at least. Anyway, that ain't even the topic. So they told Channel 2 News that Valerie and his girlfriend, Nina Shaw, both 25 years old, they had gotten into an argument at the apartment. And then his girlfriend called her father, Royrika Shaw, to the apartment. Now, she must have called her father and said, he put his hands on me, daddy. This is what people are saying. She called her daddy and said he put his hands on me. But it seems like he did not put his hands on her. What ended up happening was she and him were having an argument because she believes that he was cheating on her or was seeing somebody else behind her back. So she feels violated. She confronted him about it, and he's saying it ain't like that. Whatever. Argument broke out, and this is how she handled it. One of them situations where she starts punching you, scratching you with her nails, throwing stuff at you, you trying to get away, she's holding on to your clothes, you not leaving, she blocking the doorway, kind of stuff. He might have moved her out of the way, or he might have, in self-defense, hold her so she won't scratch his face up. One of those kind of situations. But it turned out being, I'm going to tell my father you hit me. I'm going to tell my father you put your hands on me. Give him my phone. Pick her phone up, calls her dad. Her dad is like flew into superhero mode like any dad would do, because that's my little girl. So I'm over there with the yapper. I'm over there, it's fully loaded. Oh, this boy must have lost his mind. He done put his hands on my little princess. And daddy comes flying in. Now, it says that when Royrika Shaw, which is the father, arrived at the scene, he and the boyfriend started arguing, which is natural. Boyfriend is saying, what you flying over here for? Like you about to do something. Father is saying, the fuck you mean? You put your hands on my daughter. My daughter said you put your hands on her, homie. The father then pulls out his gun and fires at the boyfriend. The boyfriend ducks out of the way. The father misses. This is according to the news. Okay, the first shot was fired by the father, and he missed. The boyfriend himself, Valerie, he was packing a gun as well. I don't know, I guess this is how it goes. Everybody carries a gun. So if you're going to pull your gun, be prepared to shoot before you get shot back. right? That's just rules of the game. Anyways, the father first shoots, misses. The boyfriend, who is dead, he shoots back and he hits the father in the hip. Nina Shaw, who is his girlfriend, she also has a gun. So it's three of them with a gun. When she saw that her father got shot and he missed when he tried to shoot the boyfriend and the boyfriend ended up shooting the father, she, of course, split second, she's like, oh shit, I called my dad over here. Now he about to kill my father, right? So I'm gonna shoot him anyways. And she ends up shooting the boyfriend and killing him. Both Nina Shaw and Rodriguez Shaw, who was shot in the hip, her father, have been charged with malice murder. Family and friends of Valerie are now holding a vigil and they are now trying to get his body back to Mississippi where they could bury him on a family plot. I'll look for the information concerning the GoFundMe. If you want to drop $1 or a couple of dollars over there just to help out their situation, but that by all means do so. I think this is a sad situation and this is a perfect example. And I say this all the time. If you're in a relationship when respect and love has left the relationship, it's time for you to go. Respect is love. If you don't respect me, you cannot love me. So when respect is gone from the relationship, it is time for you to leave. A lot of people stay around, right? And they play games with their relationship. And they really tell themselves that, oh, it'll never blow up. It'll never go all the way wrong. It happened to other people. It won't happen to me. And then you keep adding gasoline to that fire. Before you know it, your ass is on fire. Before you know it, it's costing you your whole life. I wish he had spoken about whatever problems they were having before. I wish he had upped and left this relationship before, or she had left this relationship before. I'm not in these people's relationships, so I don't know the intricate details. His family describes him as somebody that is friendly and nice and outgoing and laughy and jokey and always trying to diffuse every situation and has never been in trouble his entire life. A scholar, a student, a star athlete in college, all this other stuff. His girlfriend's background is not really known, hasn't been said, right? You met this girl, you guys are in a good relationship, then it goes sour. That's typical. However, I'm not going to sit up here and say he didn't do nothing to her, and she called her dad. That's what the streets are saying. That's what people from around their apartment complex are saying. Their neighbors are speaking and are saying that man didn't put his hand on her. Anything other than him trying to brace her or stop her from scratching up his face or stop her from hurting him because she wanted to hurt him. And sometimes women do get like that. She in her feelings. Especially if she found out that you giving that good pickle away to somebody else. She trying to hurt you, especially if she is well invested in a relationship. Her heart is in it and everything. Y'all living together and everything, and you playing games. She could be really in her feelings, but that doesn't give her the right to hurt him. If you find out your partner's cheating, throw his stuff out the apartment. Or if y'all sharing a lease and you can't throw him out, at least you move to your daddy house. Let the lease expire. Let this man get up out of your life. But you don't stay around and kill your partner. And you definitely don't provoke a situation where you're calling your dad and saying, he hit me when this man didn't hit you. He was trying to stop you from hitting him and scratching his face up. And next thing you know, he's dead. Funny how she's the one that called her father to the scene. And her father shoots and misses. And the boyfriend draws his gun and shoots, and he did not miss. And now she is forced to defend her father. And she, in a split second, chooses which one she wants to go. She shoots and kills her boyfriend, which she was already mad at and arguing with anyways. Sad situation, man. I hope justice is served in this case, but let this also be a lesson to not stay in any messed up relationship for too long, because it can end ugly. Leave your comments in the comment section below. And if you know anything about this situation, you might be closer to it than us who are talking about it. Drop a line in the comment section so we get a better understanding of what took place. If y'all find the GoFundMe before I do, leave that in the comment section too, and I'll catch y'all on the next video. It's Hot Topics TV, BrainFLoTv. You already know, if the topic is hot, we're on it. I'm out. Peace.